Welcome to this special recap of Chapter 1, verses 6 to 10 of the Bhagavad Gita. In these verses, we gain insights into the warriors on both sides of the battlefield and Duryodhana's strategic observations. Let's dive into each verse and uncover the significance of Duryodhana's words. In verse 6, we hear Duryodhana pointing out some of the key warriors on the Pandava side to his teacher, Dronacharya. He names brave fighters like Udamanyu and Adamajas, the courageous son of Subhadra, Abhimanyu, and the sons of Draupadi. Duryodhana is well aware of the threat posed by each of these skilled warriors, referring to them as Maharathis, great warriors who can take on thousands of opponents. Through this verse, we sense Duryodhana's respect for the strength of his opposition. Moving on to verse 7, Duryodhana begins to turn his attention to his own army. He respectfully addresses Dronacharya, stating that he will now introduce the leaders of his own forces. His tone reflects his need to reassure himself of the strength within his ranks. This verse serves as a reminder of how we often look to our strengths and allies when faced with a challenge, just as Duryodhana is doing here. In verse 8, Duryodhana lists some of the most powerful leaders on his side: Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, Ashvathama, Vikarna, and Bhurashrava. Each of these warriors is known for their valor and expertise. By specifically mentioning these names, Duryodhana aims to boost the morale of his teacher Dronacharya and, perhaps, his own. This list also highlights the experienced, highly skilled fighters backing Duryodhana in the war. In verse 9, Duryodhana goes beyond just naming his top warriors. He acknowledges the strength of the many other skilled soldiers who are not named but are still crucial to his army's power. These warriors are all highly devoted and prepared to give their lives. Duryodhana's words show his appreciation for his loyal soldiers, underlining that a strong team is not just about the leaders but also about the collective strength of everyone involved. Finally, in verse 10, Duryodhana attempts to reassure himself and his teacher by making a comparison between the two armies. He claims that his army, led by Bhishma, is much stronger than the Pandava army, which Arjuna and Bhima lead. However, there's an underlying anxiety here. Duryodhana is eager to believe his side is superior, but he's aware of the Pandava's strength. This verse reminds us of how we might try to boost our own confidence by emphasizing our strengths, especially when facing a significant challenge. So, what can we learn from this series of verses? Duryodhana's words give us insight into the mindset of a leader preparing for a difficult task. By focusing on his strengths and allies, he finds reassurance. But his words also reveal an underlying fear, as he realizes the formidable strength of his opposition. This part of the Gita teaches us that while it's important to recognize our resources, true confidence comes from inner strength and conviction, rather than comparison or outward appearances. Thank you for joining this recap of Chapter 1, verses 6 to 10 of the Bhagavad Gita. We hope these insights help you connect with the timeless wisdom of the Gita. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more daily verse-by-verse explorations. See you in the next video as we continue our journey through the Bhagavad Gita.